Hello again. It's evening, I'm tired, but I wanted to do this video. It's the first day with the Amarok, and I wanted to give you my honest first impressions. And so far, I like this guitar a lot. And I want to talk about a little bit why I bought an Amarok baritone in 2025. So, I wanted a baritone in my collection. I started full on with the 30-inch, and I loved the tone, but I hated the feel, and it was much too big, and it was a cheap build, the cheap Harley Benton, and I modded it, but no, I sold it. And this is the upper class of Harley Benton, so it will not get much more premium than this in terms of Harley Benton. And even the logo here is not just printed; it's you feel it, you know. So it's not just a stamp; it's like metal, and you can feel it in your like a groove. It's a nice touch, and it's like the first time where I'm not against this name on the headstock. It's a stupid name, I know. um, but so far it suits the guitar. We'll speak about things I didn't like, and what I like about the guitar is most is a personal preference, but there are a few small things to mention here. So, why the Harley Benton? The answer is very simple. I'm in Europe, and Thomann is the biggest music distributor uh, for instruments in the world, and they can afford to crank out this Harley Bentons with an unbelievable price. The specs are um, unmatched. So when I'm looked for some other contenders, and I wrote it down. For example, the LTD. Oh, no, we're gonna do it another way. First, I'm gonna tell you all about the specs of this thing. You should know it anyway, but real quick, it's a mahogany body. This was a criterion for me. I'm not so much about tone wood, but I prefer this more heavier wood because I had the experience that in my NATO or Neota guitar, it just felt light. The tone was not the heavier guitar, the heavier the tone. Not really, but it felt more grounded with mahogany. I don't know. Maybe it's just a bunch of below me and pulling this all of my ass. Yeah, it's a neck through design. I like this very much, and I prefer this over bolt on just because the access you get here. I won't play much on the upper frets, but I like. Oh, it looks so nice. This 5-piece neck. It's a mahogany stripes in here in this maple neck. It's 5-piece neck with mahogany stripes and this mahogany wings. And then we have a veneer. So this is of course not a maple cap. This is veneer, and that is why we don't have a real 3D effect like on my Schecter. There's a real maple cap when you go over with a torchlight or whatever with a flashlight. You really see the flames dancing. The 3D effect it doesn't happen here. It's a Macassar ebony fingerboard, which is cool. It has stainless steel frets. It has a graphite nut. I could not really verify if it's a Graph-Tech nut or Tusk nut, but I could not really read what's written on there. I think it's a Graph-Tech nut, but it's a graphite nut. We have a 27-inch scale length. I would prefer longer, so 28, even 29, but reasons we're gonna get to that. But so it's a 27-inch scale length. We have the truss rod wheel at the heel where it belongs. We have EMG pickups. That's a big plus. We'll speak about the pickups later, but these are the retroactive, retroactive Hot 70, um, retroactive Hot 70 EMG pickups. The ceramic one in the bridge, and we have an Alnico 5 for the neck. We have locking tuners. I read somewhere that they say we're Grover tuners, but maybe in older versions, these are Harley Brenton branded locking tuners. And the website says it's Jinho Mechanics, so I guess it's an Indonesian or Chinese parts distributor. It's made in Indonesia. Another thing that's important for me when I buy a guitar, especially in this price range, I want it to come from Indonesia or South Korea. This is what I can afford, so I prefer that a lot. It's a I have to read this up, WSC HPS6 custom hardtail bridge. It looks like a hipshot knockoff, you know. And this called Black Natural Burst satin, and it's a satin finish. Yeah, it's not glossy at all. The whole guitar is satin. We have a binding around the whole guitar. Here you can see the neck through. It's a, yeah, not white, it's the mahogany binding. It is the same color. Also, it's a string through construction. Here we have the ferrules and the battery compartment because we have active pickups. So, why this one? It costs 549 euro, and it's unheard of. So, let's compare this. So, other guitars on my list were the LTD M201 baritone for 599, so a bit more. I always wanted to own ESP or LTD for that matter, and I was intrigued by that. This would have, I think, a 28 scale length or 27, but no stainless steel frets. The pickup is questionable from what I read. What I've read is that people change it out pretty fast or don't like it. Some like it very much, but there was a lot of hate for this pickup, and it's a bolt-on construction. And yeah, it's more money, and I decided no. I saw a lot of YouTube videos, but I was not convinced. So it was really close. I don't really wanted to buy another Harley Benton, but it just makes the most sense. Next contender was a Chapman ML1 baritone. I could get one a second hand for 550 euro, even with a Tosin Abasi Fishman Fluence pickups. But it is an ugly headstock, this Chapman guitars. It is this Fender-esque but reverse, like a reverse Fender, a Tele headstock, like a Tele but upside down. It's fucking ugly. Also bolt-on construction. And the pickup, I saw pickup. Yeah, I don't know anything about Chapman pickups, so question mark always already there. Next one were the Solar A26FBB 29, and 29 stands for 29 inch. This is a monster, and it would be one of the more expensive contenders. So I thought about paying even more, but it's a specialty. So a baritone guitar, will I need it and use it so often? Is this is it okay to pay that much for a guitar that you not use so often that you know that your normal tuned guitars? Uh, yeah, questions. And this thing is 899 euro. Way more money. Yeah, that's the only downside so far, the price. And I know nothing about how the neck was. And Duncan solar pickups, I think, were pretty good from what I heard. But yeah, next one would be the Ibanez RG B21 BK. There is a Iron Label version of this, and there's this one. People think this is an Iron Label. It's not. Um, it has a plastic nut. It has nickel frets, no stainless steel frets, and this for 800 euros. And again, the Harley Benton tops this all. The corpus of the Ibanez would be Nyota, also downside, but I just made up my mind, and yeah, it had to be the Amarok. It just was the logic choice for the specs. You cannot get anything better in this price range. Then there was options if I wanted to the red one with the burl top. I would like that, but it's veneer anyway, and it's red. And it's the most song guitar, the guitar I've seen most on YouTube. This red Amarok, baritone or not, but this red barrel, and this makes it very generic looking. And then there's the green one, and I don't like green guitars. Really, I don't. And yeah, this is the only one that's left. I said in the unboxing video, I'm quite happy that it is not a completely dark model. It has a nice color to it. You can see the flames. Yeah, what I don't like about the guitar. So now the cons. The neck is still too thick for me. My hands are tiny. I can hold in the camera again, but you have not really a to verify. My middle finger, yeah, is shorter than most people's pinkies. Uh, it is what it is. I have to deal with it. So this is a chunky neck. They say it's 21 millimeters. I measured it. It could be true, but it has shoulders. So I think I will shave it down, and I don't gig. I know what you're thinking. Don't do it. You're playing with the structural integrity of the guitar. It could break. I don't gig with the guitars. These all are case queens or hanging at my wall here, so I don't travel. I don't jump around with it. It should be okay. All this has to hold is string tension. So I think I could take a millimeter or maybe 1.5 of the overall contour of the neck. Yeah, that's would be point one. Point two, as I said, the veneer is not just it looks quite dead. It looks just not energetic. But hey, preference, okay. Um, Next thing is not preference. The bridge pickup is a little bit crooked. I hope you can see that. You see that here is a greater distance than here, so the pickups sits not perfectly horizontal in the cavity like the neck pickup does. The bridge pickup is a little bit tilted. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. And that's I don't think it will affect the tone. I think the screw for the pickup is just done a little bit too fast and on the wrong spot. So I cannot change it. I would have to fill it and then drill a new hole. I don't think this minimal shift would do anything in tone. Then we have here, you cannot see this, but underneath the neck pickup, we can see little black marks. I don't know if it's tooling marks, but I think more it is from shielding paint or whatever. And we have also on this spot here a little nick. It is not an indent, it's like a pimple. You know, the finish is not perfect here. As far as the visuals go, I looked very closely at the whole guitar. I could not find anything that is, well, I said no. It's a no-go. The frets were okay. I did the frets. This is a minimal catchiness. You catch with your finger, but very lightly. So I done with the fret file every fret, but very lightly. So it's not really a problem. The frets were also scratchy, and yeah, I don't know why. I hope I can, when I polish them later, this will be no problem. Then the truss rod wheel. That's a slight problem. I don't know what material this wheel is, but it's cheap. I tinkered with a truss rod already to give a little bit less bow, because it was quite big bow, and it's always a trade between how straight can you do the neck and how much fret buzz can you is okay for you, how much can you endure. So the thing got chipped. I done it a few times, and already I had some metal flakes scraping off. So this is a soft, cheap metal, and I have the suspicion that the intonation screws are from this same material. I have to be very, or you for that matter, have to be very careful with your screwdriver not to wear that the screws out, because then you're fucked, or you have to take in a new screw. So far, I set the intonation for the two strings. It was set up was okay. Intonation was good, just for the B and E string. I had to correct it a bit, but that's no real problem. Then the pickups was not as punchy as I liked it, a little bit woofy, but yeah, that's all personal preference. So far, yeah, it stays. I like it, and I hope you can take anything out of this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.